he wants to be a difference maker all the time. And that's the biggest asset a hockey player can have, a professional athlete can have, is to want to be a difference maker, want to be the guy, as I say, be the man. He puts his hand up. Now, he also took the blame for their goal on the 4-on-4. He held himself accountable and told his teammates he'd get it back, and he did. And Beverly and Ladd were part of getting it back. So, you know, the goal we did cough up, those guys fought back, and you know, Buff had a number of shots tonight, and certainly that one was in a hurry.
He's so straightforward when he's talking to us, but I would imagine he cuts up a little bit after a win like that.
He's a great kid. He's just fun to be around. You know, I'm sure that he is quite entertaining with the players, but he's really working at trying to be a professional, a true professional, and I think the players like it. They appreciate it. There's you know, flaws that we're continuing to address, but there's been great steps forward. His apparent willingness to use the backhand of his stick instead of the front of his stick is something that I find unusual, and we really are working on stopping some of that.
How tense did it get? I mean, you know, one night after shutting out the Capitals, you're in a 1-1 battle with the team.
We had a good start. We looked good, and then our neutral zone play was not good enough. And you know, when you just get some bad feelings once in a while against a team that hasn't won in a long time, and you're controlling the play in the offensive zone, but not scoring, not getting anything out of it. And you know, their goalie's capable of a great game, and their team is capable of winning, obviously. So it's tense on the bench, and that's the kind of game, though, that you grow with as much as the win against Washington, is that we had to fight through. It was a tight game the whole way, and we got the key save at the right time, and Pat made that truly incredible save. And we ended up coming back and saving the day, and that was really just a wonderful play. I said after the second, our goalie gave us a chance. Now it's our job, and our guys fought through.
We asked him, but is lucky or good on that save?
You know, it's a composure, I think, and we talk a lot about composure, and you see it from some of our guys under pressure that they'll keep the puck, they'll look off. Burmy is a guy that is a young player, really has composure, but if for a goalie not to lose track of where he is and understand where his only play, and he took it. I mean, he couldn't have climbed up, he couldn't have done anything else, and he just put everything he had out there, and they shoot it in his glove, but he put himself in a position and he battled. That's the key issue, is he battled to get there.
Coach, Coach, 2-game winning streak. Let's talk about going forward on this home stretch.
Well, we've got a soft game coming up against the Red Wings, so that should be, you know, we've been able to elevate our game against good teams. As I said, I think winning this tight game can really be important for us as much as the 5-0 win. And we have to recognize that when we do our detail work correctly, we're tough. And it's not about what happened just happened, although that builds within you. It's about facing a good team, but playing our game against them. If we force them to play in their end, if we are smart in the neutral zone, we'll create our chances and we'll have a good chance. Whatever happens, happens.
Pavlik is really, I mean, I guess he's only allowed about 3 goals in his last 3 games. Just talk about how well he's playing.
Yeah, he's been all right, I guess. He was pretty darn good tonight. I mean, he was pretty special. And you know what? When we had the good start, I thought, okay, if we just have to get ahead, and then we'll build our confidence. But when we didn't, they score. But he was not going to be. He just seemed like he wasn't going to allow anything else to go through, because they had a number of point shots that got through, and I don't know how he found some of them. But he was big. He looked big, his position was great, and again, I have to say that his commitment has been wonderful, and Clint has done a great job, I believe, in getting our goalies focused.
Again, for 5 goals with back-to-back games, playing with Burmeister, is that what you were hoping, moving him to the wing with him?
I mean, Burmese such a good little player, a good tricky little guy, and because he can forecheck, he can backcheck, and that hopefully allows Nick to get some more shots. I mean, he looks at himself, I think, as a playmaker. We want him shooting, and that's I know on the power play they've been trying to get him to shoot more, because he certainly can shoot. And with Burmese there chasing around, I think it frees him up to get in position and then let Burmese try to get him the puck.
Coach, 2 wins since naming some captains. Does that have anything to do with an increased leadership role, or is it just more of what they showed that got them to be captains in the first place?
Well, I think it's hard to put your finger on that. I know that we weren't as bad. It's that same thing. We weren't as bad as we thought after the Florida game, but there was parts of it that were disheartening because it wasn't the way we're supposed to play. It wasn't the way we've been playing. So I think we were good before that particular game, and after, I would like to think that those boys took it upon themselves to start taking charge of the room and the team and the play those little plays that we make that aren't effective. And I think that the team is trying to address them themselves, and those guys are going to be a huge part of it.
This game was somewhat similar to that Florida game, wasn't it? Except for you fought through it and you won it instead of...
Exactly right. And we had some instances where they ran us ragged. And while I had to call a timeout on the one instance because our guys were so exhausted, we got caught a little bit late. Now it's in our end. They get their big line out there. But after the timeout, we fought back through it. We got it done. And I think some big blocks late, one on a lost face-off by Stewart late in the game that allowed, and the puck bounced it over the line, and everybody's going, oh my gosh, that was great. And so it's the things we need to do, we're doing, and we did fight through some difficult situations, and those are the things you build on.
Craig, it seems like the team is doing a much better job in terms of possession. Is that something that you're starting to see?
I am starting to see it, but the first period, I think we spent a lot of time in their zone. If you look at zone time, and we talked about it before the game as usual, but it worked. In the second period, we got frustrated a little bit, and now we started turning, and they were running up the ice. We just don't want to just throw the puck away. Also, you have to say Slater's line didn't play a lot, didn't get maybe as much ice time as I'd like, but when they were out there, they were very effective. They got some cycles. They had chances. Slater had a great chance to win it in regulation. So you can see when we do it, it works. But we get frustrated and we look for something unique and special instead of just staying with the plan.
I guess.